Let's try to extend this soapbox again. Been trying for this the fourth take because people can't leave me alone. Soapbox extend. Good morning, everybody. It's a Saturday morning here in the great state of Michigan. Trying to go through some more cards to organize them. I left this table a mess, so I don't know what I showed and what I didn't show. So, I think I showed those. So, let's just do this. And just go. Because why? Why not? 3 points in the game. It's a thickie, as Ricky Russo would say. These are redemptions. You get so many points, you turn them in, you get something. 2002. I think this is expired. But that's a 3-point with Mario on there. Got a bunch of these, the Golden Blades. You think it's a regular card, but on the back it says the Golden Blades. Then you use your decoder from Pinnacle to decode that, usually at the hobby shop, and see if you're a winner or not. And then you get an artist proof, and they get a dealer's artist proof. Got a couple of those. There's 3 of those sitting here. There's some ice. Electric ice from the 90s. Back when there was a good shot of that Vaughn glove on that goalkeeper. Goalie. Too used to terms from soccer. Another one from the 90s. There we go. See the finger, maybe? No. And then there's a die-cut version of this. Like I said, once I get all this organized, I actually go through it by the groups. But this is a base card out of In the Game Used from our friends at ITG. Just gorgeous. When do you see base cards? Upper Deck's about the only people that make base cards that look like that. Some Pacific Action. There's private stock, and then there's private stock titanium. This one's 4 of $2.99, so you might as well say like $150, because I don't think all this made it out compared to today. Well, today people hoard stuff too, so the Lord only knows. But that's the red, the $2.99. Just beautiful. Invincible, Jeff Morris product. Let's go over these two. So there's a gold and there's a silver that are your hobby and your retail. Now this is the blue and the red, obviously. See the finger? See the finger? And probably inspiration for the Synergy that I have somewhere around here that we showed before, where a similar window was used. But if you look at the back, you got $350 on the red, on the blue, and $850 on the red. I like those Invincible. That was a Jeff Morris product, as I was saying. No, maybe his was Heads Up. But then I think he worked on Invincible. Not sure. Can't remember. We'll clarify next time he's on the Insert Revolution podcast of the channel with the same name. Usually Tuesday at 8:05 or 9:05 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. 8:05 Central Standard Time. Usually on Tuesdays. A lot of ish, so don't go running away, because we're an ish kind of people. Usually, it's like Guns N' Roses. I get up around 7, get out of bed around 9. That's sort of how we work at the IRP. There's some leaf action with the acetate. See the finger? They do a good job of trying not to see the penguin that's missing right there and right there. This is circa early 90s. Got the Jofa helmet on. Coho gloves. Probably Coho Revolution Sick. Possibly the Super Pants. They did a good job of this. And there's numbered versions of this with different colors. I think purple and green. Let's see. What do we got next? Donruss. Dominators. Here's Peter Forsberg, Lindros, and Lemieux. I got the set of this put together. These are out of 5,000. 3573 of 5,000. Out of Summit. I think this is the ice version. There's multiple versions. The Artist Proof's gold. The same kind of deal with the shininess, but gold. Oh yeah, Summit Ice. It's written right on the back of the card. See? They think that's a new thing that Upper Deck started. Nope. Pinnacle put it right on there too. Should be on all these cards today because too many parallels to keep track of. Let's see what we got next. Similar picture to what we saw on that points deal. Where did I put that? Yeah, very similar. Yeah, you go there momentarily. Similar picture, but this is the Sapphire. 17 of 100. So, maybe you turned this in to get one of these. Don't know. Can't remember. Like I said, we'll go into details when we go into details. This is just organization. I want to shoot a video because Amish Dave needs one to fill his day. And, well, that's that. Here's another one of those ice. So, Joe, if I got a bunch of doubles after I see what I have here, Doctor Exclusive, we'll set you up with anything you need. There's the Artist Proof you got. And then there's a Dealer's Artist Proof. Just a score base card. Then here's the gold version of the special editions. There's a silver version, but these were the harder ones to get. I don't know if this was a redemption or this was in packs. And the odds were different. Can't remember. I'm just showing cards. Because that's what I want to do this morning. And put them in a box. Clear Shots. Gorgeous acetate. Again, see the finger. I know that gets old, but it doesn't get old for me on a Pinnacle. I have this set too. 13 of 15. Dream Team. The score. This is out of Panini Pinnacle. So I'll show the back first. Black. Gorgeous card. Simple. Simple design, but pretty cool. This is out of Victory from Upper Deck. The regular one was not this gold. This is the parallel. The gold parallel of Mr. Hockey's Greats. And there were a lot of these in there, so I know there's at least 30. I think maybe 40. There's a lot of them in that set. It's part of the regular set. They're just a subset within the set. The Parkies out of, I think this is 95, 96 maybe. 94, 95. Maybe 94, 95. Yeah, 94, 95. Parkies. Gold. We went through all these, I think. I don't know. We'll show them again. What the hell? Shadow boxes type deal. No, these aren't the shadow boxes. This is Illustrious out of UD Black. Just look at that. I know vintage smells good and all that jazz, but man, you tell me that's not a banger looking card? See the finger? It's my boy, Mario Lemieux. That's who I collect. It's what I enjoy. You collect what you collect. I collect what I collect. And we all live in a harmonious state in the hobby. Frankly, I don't care what you collect. It's like Ron White said, I really don't care about your dog. Actually, I do care about your dog too, because I love dogs. So I care about your dog, maybe in some cases more than they do. Anyhow, C55. That's a mini with a husky hair in there. That's the America back. And then there's two shots. There's the torso, and then there's the full body. And then there's multiple backs. There's a Stanley Cup back on that one. And there's full-size cards with the backs, too. I remember I just got this one. This is out of OPG, the mini. The Mario. Look at that little card there. Woo! 15-16, McDavid rookie year. So, it's the OPG Mini Glossy. See? Upper Deck does it right. Put it on there. Like I said, you saw it back on that Pinnacle card. They were the innovators. And I think Jeff Morris was there. So, once again, Jeff Morris being the innovator of the hobby. I know Steve's going to get mad because I'm using that terminology, but my video, darn it, as my stomach growls. There we go, just got this in. I think I got a couple copies of these, Joe. I'll see if you need one, if I got a couple of them. There's this one, and there's a parallel that's, I forget what it's called, but there is a parallel to this. It's almost like the grand finale type deal. You have this and hard odds, and then you get the one that's bigger than this that's even harder odds to pull. Somebody used packaging tape on this bad boy. But, see the finger semi. Okay, ice. That's just a base ice. Look at that. There's the finger. Somebody used a lot of blue tape on that. NHL's best Lemieux. I got one of these. It was so sun faded. So I wanted to pick up another one. That's 90s. That's what? 93, 94. Upper Deck. 1213 EX. This is what your essential credentials, future and now, are based off of. I grab these when I can get them cheap. I'll get 20, 30 copies, and then I can husky hair, possibly ghosty or Dryden hair. That was white. That was probably a ghosty. Could be a galaxy hair. People wonder what I'm talking about. Those are my dogs. I don't make these videos for you. I make them for, yeah, I do. I make the videos for everybody. We all need to get along in this hobby. It's starting to get old. These factions of fighting. It's aggravating. Like they say, can't we just all get along in a hobby that's supposed to bring joy? It's supposed to bring joy. But we don't find that joy too often. This is when he was retired. This is 99. NHL Legends. So while he was retired, he didn't have a bunch of cards. He had some stuff that came out from Giant Eagle, which is a grocery store in the Pittsburgh area. The Dirty Bird, the Eagle. the bird. It goes by several names. And then it had a couple stuff with the newspaper, with Pinnacle, I believe, and Fleer. And then they had this, and then he made his triumphant return to the NHL, and we saw more cards. I think this is Be a Player. Yep, Be a Player. I like when Upper Deck put the years up here on the top and the bottom, so you knew what was what. This is 05, so this might be his last playing years. 0203 ITG signature. That's a nice card, ain't it? I think we saw that back on another card. That 3-point card. That picture there. Another 90s. GMs. I think this was a send away set too, if I'm not mistaken, but we'll clarify in later episodes. 10 of 21. I think I put together this whole set too. It's shiny and pretty. Pretty. 95-96 Summit Edition, a Pinnacle brand. Again, Jeff Morris. We saw that before. Ice Kings, like the Diamond Kings from Dick Perez for hockey. Then they became Ice Masters. Then Panini did one later on. Oh, I like this card. Look at that. Ooh. SPX, baby. Hologram. Holofoil. Look at that. And not so much holofoil. That's 13-14 Upper Deck. Good shot on the back. You can see that gold. That was early 2000s. I think those are Coho jerseys. War Pacific. Maximum Impact. That's a good looking card. Get two of them. Let's look at this one. Be cool if you were one of these people in the crowd and you were captured on a trading card. More Pacific. Team leaders. Yager and Lemieux. That's a nice one. That's 90s. That's 2000s picture. And that gold, that's later in the early 2000s. I believe. Unless that light's doing it. But that gold changed. It was that darker gold, and then it became later on the uniforms. Pacific Complete. So this was like a subset within Pacific. Then there's I think there's a red version of this that's numbered 100. But you got these in different releases of Pacific, and you put the set together, which I'm going to try to do one day, maybe. I don't know. We'll find out. There's that silver Invincible finger. So that's either the hobby or the retail. Like I said, and there's a gold version of that. Heads Up. There's Jeff Morris product. Out of Pacific. Private Stock Titanium. Highlights. Highlight reel? Yeah, highlight reel. See the fingers. See the fingers. Clear cut. I like this. He's in the Canada uniform. Goes well with that red. 17-18 Upper Deck Team Canada Hockey. Good looking card. Save you, save you. Another one of those shiny. Pacific. There's out a crown. There's a red one. There's a blue one. There's numbered ones. There's a silver one of this. There's a purple. I'm looking for the purple. I'm pretty sure I don't have the purple. And it's numbered. We already saw one of those. Here's the other version of the Pacific Complete Mario. Different year. Again, crown. And there's red and blue and gold. I can't remember if there's any other color. There might be purple. So again, silver versus gold is the hobby versus the retail. Then your number ones are usually your red and the blue and the purple. Saw a lot of these on the Christmas episode. Again, it's either hobby or retail. I think this is retail. It says something there. I think it's retail or hobby exclusive. Yeah. This one's a retail exclusive. That's what it says across there. So, it's a short print. We know everybody likes their short prints. This is regular private stock. That's the red. Now, the red and the blue, in this case, after I just said what I said, that's the hobby versus retail. There's a gold one of those. That's another Pacific Insert Elite. Vanguard. There's a gold and a purple that I remember in my head that are numbered. They're somewhere around here. You might just see them today. I don't know. That's why I have to get all this stuff in one place so I can go through it and organize it and then process it, because these all need to buy top loaders. There's Philadelphia out of Pacific. Another set I like to get all these. These are nice looking cards. Very vintagey looking. Another, that's a complete. We saw that earlier. I love this card. Panini had the Regents, but this is the Pacific version. I forget what they're called. But I know the Panini had Regents with a similar design. But man, just beautiful die cut. This duckling edge, I guess you want to call it. Just a lovely, 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 lovely. Keeping with the Pacific theme, Atomic out of 775. 90s uniform with the, depending on how you look at it. What year is this? We'll see. It's 02, so they were in transition. Well, they were back to this, but they used an older photo, which I don't mind that uniform there. Aha! There's the Panini, the Regents. There's her number to $4.99. Contenders, legendary contenders. There's a purple and a green version that's numbered. Here's that Immortals we saw earlier. Here's the blue version. I think it might be a mirror. Is that a mirror blue? Numbered to 50. 12-13 certified. Here's for your modern day collectors. There's a cracked ice Lemieux out of 25. Whew, shiny. Look at that. Whew. Almost threw a stack. SP Excitement Superstars out of 4.99. Man, I don't know if I put this blue tape on some of these covering the face, I need to be kicked. Because I wasn't going to show these till they were processed. But time is of the essence. And right now, I don't have time. Time is precious. I got soccer matches this weekend. I got all kinds of stuff going on. I cut the front 40 and the back 40 yesterday. Got that done. Better half edge to stuff. So, this is a pretty card. I think there's a jersey card of this too. Ice Icons. See, there's that gold. Early 2000s. And the last one in this stack. Goodwin Champions. I got to pick up more of these and put them in a binder. There's a mini of some sort. It was an all-star game with all the I don't want to say signage, the logo's taken off. This is out of limited. There's one at 25. This is the 199. Board members. There's Lemieux giving somebody the business. I'm not sure who that is. Should find out. But there's one at 25 that has eluded me. And I sure don't want to pay big time prices. Oh, this shouldn't be in here. Ultimate Legacy jersey. That should be with the jersey cards. So that goes back up on top on that pile. More of these ice maximum impacts. What do we got here? Oh, this is Stanley Cup champions or Stanley Cup champs. I need to do research on this card. I don't know how it was pulled or redeemed or inserted, but it's a cool looking card, so I grab them when I can. This was given out, I think, at the All-Star game. This shot's been used on anything. There's the 91-92 setup with the Badger Bob. 2012 NHL All-Star game. Don't mind me, I'm removing tape. Panini Select. So there's just your base card. And then you had your Prism, which was your Shana card. And then there's parallels that you got at the Expo or the National. I think it was the Expo. There's a green, a black, a red, an orange. I think red or orange. And they're all numbered. I have the green, and I have either the orange or the red. I can't remember which one it is. I need the black 101. I would love to have it. I love that card. It is fantastic. Gifted Greats. This is another gorgeous card. Look at this. Simple, but got pucks flying everywhere. Just, I love this card. Do you love it, Vinny? Yes, I love it. Another base ice card. That is 2004-ish. SP Excitement out of 99. What's this one out of? I got 2 of them. 99. I get one more, Joe. Maybe that'll be a Christmas present. We'll see. Look at that. SPX. Beautiful. Base card. 0708. I liked it so much. Guess what? I got another one. Another Legendary Contenders. Oh, here. That was the regular one. And here's, I got the purple example. Here's the purple. See the purple? There's the purple. Purple. Out of 100. 94 of 100. Guess what? I liked it so much in the purple. I got another one. 50 of 100. Halfway home. 30 minutes in. Maybe halfway through in this video. We got to keep it on a time crunch, because then the better half and C will be home, and then I got to get to the getting. There's the red hot version. No, that's the... So there's the regular Zenith card, then there's this one, and then there's the... Yeah, this is red hot, then there's white hot. But I try to pick these up because you don't see them too often. And it wasn't 600 bucks. It was like $5. Hey, another Legendary Contenders. That's out of 96-97 Canadian Ice. Out of 1966. That's a whole tribute set to Mario when he retired. That's the Badger Bob setup. Who's on the bench? I think that's Troy Loney, I think. Who's that over his shoulder? I don't know. Their faces are blurry. Gretzky's Great Ones. That's a little set. That's out of 93-94. Opened a lot of that back in the day. Beehive. Trying to get all these Beehive. They got some jumbo cards in there. I'm trying to get all that and get that done. He wasn't in the first iteration SP, but he's in this one. Nice foil back. Another one of those Pacific Crown cards. I forget what it's called. 0102. They did in paper, they did it. There's this little logo on there for all of them. They did all his tops in O-Pee-Chee. Then 0102, they did like the tops and the O-Pee-Chee cards that weren't his base cards, and they did Bowman. And then they did the chrome, and then they did chrome refractors, and some things are autographed. Yeah. Turco Cards, I think, collects the autograph versions of these on the paper. But I love these. Rarer than the actual card. Try to pick those up cheap when I can if I see them at a card show. I think I picked up my first set of those in a dollar bin. I think there was like 20 or 30 of them, and I walked up to the guy. I think I had every one of them in my hand, and I was like, take 25 bucks for these 30? And they were like, yep. So that was that. Saw that earlier. Maybe it was one of the retakes that I did. Beautiful hologram. I think it's 1314. Yep, 1314. SPX. Silver Skates. There's a gold version of this. 1213. Series 1. I'll even like that better. Get as specific as you can. SPX base card. Good use of hollow foil. Just beautiful base cards. I got that upside down in the top loader. I got another on there. And another one there. Try to put a sheet together, or at least 3 of them in a binder one day. That we saw earlier. Here's the base out of 93, 94, I think. Let me look. No, yep, 93, 94. Mario shooting, coming down the ice. Coming over the boards. That's Tockett and Stevens. Stevens on right there, and there's Tockett. I was hoping Tockett became the new Penguins coach, but he went to his other home, the Flyers. So, this is McDonald's, as 011 would say. Look at that. Canadian McDonald's. Beautiful. Again, Upper Deck. Put your dates up here so we know. There's the McDonald's. Da, 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 and all that stuff. What else we got? Crown Royale. Nice little transition back there. See? It's good designing right there. What else do we got? SP Game Used to 66. Ugh, tape. Now I know why Michael got so upset with the... Well, he didn't get upset, but he was like, dang, Vinny. A lot of blue tape. Don't cover the faces. And like Dave Archer says in many... This used to be called crash numbering. Before it was called serial numbering. 26 is 66. More SP Game Used. This is numbered to 66 too. 63 is 66. 1819 SP Game Used. The Alumni. Because he's a legend. SP Game Used out of 100. '06-07, first year after retirement. This is Power Play. I think this is what, 05-06? Yep. There's a couple versions of this card too. Getting low. Nice yellow top loader. That's, what year Upper Deck is that? 95, 96? Yep, 95, 96, I think. Yeah, because 96, 97, yeah, that's 95, 96. Don't quote me on that. More SPX base. Another SPX base. Look at the back of that one. Let's go back and do this due diligence. There's this, in case you want to see the back. I think we saw the back before, but why not? Premier Cuts. I think it's out of Black Diamond. Yep, Black Diamond. Not numbered or anything, but die cut. A little bit of semi-shine. Good looking card. Ovation. There's a red and a blue of this. You save you. I like this card. This is out of Panini. I can't remember if this was a insert or not. Again, research will be done and research will be told to you at later times. There's another one of the Regents, $4.99, and that's $2.50 of $4.99, almost halfway home. Oh, look, another legendary contenders. I saw that before. Pacific, I think this is 05-06. I love this shot of him shooting. It's the red, it's numbered, I think. No, isn't. Is it numbered? No. There's one that's numbered and there's one that's just red. Yep, 05-06. This is the last year Only thing came out was 0506 Pacific, and they were done. Not by their choice. They gave Mr. Kramer and crew a raw deal. Had a cease and assist, which sucks, because Pacific was the innovations that could have came from that. All the Panini names that everybody now knows, it all came from Mike and his band of misfits that were just fantastic people. I got to know Jeff Morris over the years, and he's just an outstanding gentleman. Just a great guy. He's my friend, which is what this hobby's about. It's about this cardboard, but it's more about my friends. Because if I didn't have them, I wouldn't be shooting this video, and I could care less. This is out of limited Panini. The 199. That's the Shorzy of 199. Thought it was a Yager 68, but no, that's a 69. Like that card. Yep. More Panini. That's out of Contenders too. $4.99. I love that black and white shot. Just beautiful. Panini, I don't know where all your people went, but man, when you were doing hockey, you had it right. You had it right. There's another Father's Day or Boxing Day or Expo card. I think we saw the cracked ice of that earlier. Just a portraits of Lemieux. There's 1/25 I just picked up of that card. This is SPX. I love this card too. Beautiful. I love that. It's 12/13, but I love this. This is nice. And then the cityscape of Pittsburgh. Oh, beautiful card. Good job, Upper Deck. Panini All-Star out of Pinnacle. This is Paul Set, collecting oil on the 9.99 SB Excitement. I think this is 0506. No, 0607. It even tells you there. Huh. Good job, whoever I bought this from. Label your stuff right, so I can be an idiot and not know. SPX Game Used. I know there's versions to 100 of that. I think this is just the base one. Good design. Nice design. Silver Skates. That's the anniversary edition. Yep. That's what they looked back in the 90s, and then they did this anniversary edition. More of these. These are just Pro Set. Grabbed a couple of those cheap off of ComC and probably threw them in a holder. National Hockey Day. Nice one of Mario. It's 23. Captains. 56 of 100. I have a feeling I showed this last time because I only think I have one of these. 20 and 25. The clear cuts. 910 Upper Deck Series 1. God, is that beautiful. Be nice if my background was other than this cabinet, but hey, you get what you get. Stanley Cup champions, Lemieux and Yags. Kladno, Czechoslovakia, Montreal, Quebec. Beautiful. Another one of these Pro Set cards. Let's just show the back. It's out of Leaf. Out of Panini Certified 1011. There's your draft. Top choice. These are numbered to 500. Yeah. Ooh, 434 of 500. 434? Yeah. Good looking card. There's the versions, the red and the gold and all that of that. They're certified again, Legends. Oh, that's number 2 to 500. $3.93. National Hockey Day, we saw that. This was in Leaf. Is this Leaf? Yeah. Leaf on us. Mario's Best. This was a set. Look at that. Gorgeous. Here's another one of the anniversary cards in 1994, even though I don't believe he was in the set. Here's another one of those. I love this card. Just good picture of Mario in a suit. Good artist rendition on the front. Just nice. Nice. Oh. Saw that earlier, the signatures. Maybe we did. I don't know. I retook this thing 3 times, so retakes were abundant this morning. This is Canada's Greats out of Score. This is Panini. Don't see this too often. I grab them when I see them. I know Eiserman has one too, but this is the OPG Premier parallel. There's the red and the blue. That's playing days. That's the 500. That's to 100. 0203. Here's the, I think this is 96, yep, this is 96, 97, right? This is Leaf Preferred. This is the, it escapes me. It escapes me. Someone put in the comments, and probably Dave Archer, this is the parallel to the regular one. Oh, press proof. Yeah. Version. Artist proof. That's not artist proof. I think it's the press proof version. Whatever. Like I said, just showing cards. I'm putting them in a box. Black Diamond, red version to 100. Ruby version. 63 of 100. Love this card too. In the game. There's a gold version of this. That is, look at that. Coming down the tunnel. Ooh, nice. Now, this is the, there's a version, I think, the 249 or 199, but this is the 25. Panini Prime. Look at that. Ooh. CCM stick, CCM gloves, CCM helmet. What kind of pants? Can't tell. There's a lot of CCM right there. Got you. 23 of 25. One night I went on ComC and there was 2 of them sitting there for like 25 bucks a piece. I'm like, haha, yeah. Never know when there's another Lemieux collector out there that wants to trade. So, love this version of Ultimate out of $4.99. Beautiful. 13-14. Name on the front. Because it really doesn't matter what the name on the back is when you're a team. Like the IRP family, the Insert Revolution podcast family. People you never met in your life, and your long life dedicated friends. You're a team of people, team of hobbyists. It's my extended family. They're my family. Anyhow, 15-16 Upper Deck, SPX hockey. Let's not get emotional. You can see that on our Christmas episodes where I get emotional. Here's Black Diamond, Team Canada. Nice little die cuts. think the seller had 2 up, so I got both of them. Hey, look, didn't we see that earlier? Clear cuts. 17, 18. Another run of the Crown Royale. Yeah. Love this card. Yeah, I know, Steve. I love every card, but look at that. Woo! Power Zone. Listen to that echo against the vent. Look at that thing. Let's check the time. Ooh, we're cutting it close. Let's see if we can get 10 more minutes. Hey, here's the gold version of what we showed earlier. I don't think it's numbered, but it's just a gold parallel. Let's save some bangers for the end. Oh, look. Did I just go through those? Oh, yeah, I just went through those. Save that one. There's Honor Roll. Choose the best time to do this, Vinny. UPMC on the back. University of Pittsburgh, baby. Good shot of Mario. I wish there was like a limited parallel of this, but there's not. Love this card. Because that's where I went to school. Beautiful. Outtakes from in the game. Or just be a player. Be a player. Out of $4.99. I pick these up every time I get a chance. I just love this. 4 little pictures of him. 3 of the 4 on the back. Be a player. We'll save that for the end. Exquisite. To $4.99. Pick these up when I can because he only has 2 of them. Exquisite base cards. So I grab as many as possible. Like I said, maybe there's a Lemieux collector that needs one day, and I can trade him for something, or her, or they, or them. Get them the card that they need. There's a version to 100 of this, too. This is out of UD Black. Love this card, too. 15, 16. McDavid rookie year. OPG 500. That's just the regular one. The other one was the OPG Premier. Maybe it was a different year. What year is this? 02, 03. I can't remember. And they're already in a box, and I'm not digging for them anymore. Okay. Fleer Legacy. Is that only one card in there? Yeah. Gretzky, Messier, Lemieux, and Crosby. Let's see. Let's see what we can do. There's Wayne. There's Mark. Lighten's not going to do it. There's Sid for a second. And there's Mario. Got these. These are, I think these were in those wooden boxes. Can't remember. I think there's the 99, 249, 66. They're numbered. Executive Suites, Executive Lounge. I need to inspect this card. There's something going on with it. See that up there? I got to figure out what the heck was that. Didn't notice that. You can go over here because we got 5 minutes. etched in time to 1100. Another executive lounge, just in case that other one's bad. Look at the back. Another one of these we saw earlier. There's an autograph version I'd love to have, but that'd be kind of expensive. I got the grand finale of this, since he doesn't have a one when they first came out. Yeah, Sweet Shot. I think he only did 1 year of the hockey. I think there's a promo version of this. It's trilogy. I think it's a trilogy one. Nah, it might be a different card. Don't quote me on that. MVP. Just showing cards. Silver script. And there's a gold version, I think the 25. Hot numbers. First iteration of Flair. Flair. Another one of these. Like the shot on the back. That's that. SP game used to 117. It was ages and jersey numbers, and you did math, and that's how you came up with the numbering scale. There's different ones. Jersey numbers. Trilogy to 115. I think here's ones with lower numbers. Another thickie. To $4.99. This needs some tape because this is going to go flying out of here. That's the 99. $12.13 retro. There's the base that the PMGs are based off of. That needs a little bit of tape too. That's Pro Set, you've seen it. Aha, I think, yeah, we showed these last video. Okay, so we can skip all those. I showed these all last video. That's why they're on this side. Yep, I showed all these. There's the Prism version. That's select card I showed earlier. You could tell because there it says Prism. And then I got that from Asia. So, yeah, definitely showed all those. So let's try to get through these. 58 minutes. Let's try to get through this stack here. OPG. I think these might be shorter printed. Cool looking card. This is to $2.99. $2,999, excuse me. Seasons to remember. Well, many people can remember that season. This is to $2.99. $2,999. There's another one of those Immortals with his face covered. You saw his face earlier. Here's the base of that Summit ice we saw earlier. The flow going. Dream Team. Shiny. Beautiful design. Dynamic duos. Canadian. There's Lemieux on one side and Stevens on the other. Underrated player, Stevens. I think I showed these. I don't know what I showed. I had to abruptly stop because the better half when C got home, and that's what I'm running to against now. So, Countdown to Impact out of Skybox. I think I have almost this whole set. Team B. There's the first iteration of Team Pinnacle. They call it that because of the B number on there. There's a French and English version. Second iteration of Flare, Hot Numbers. You saw the one earlier. Very psychedelic. Very lava lampish. There is Quest for the Cup. There's a blue version that I can think of right off the top of my head. Here's another one of those Leaf Lemieux's best set in the Canada jersey. Him and Wayne when they scored. Woo! Imagine those two coming down on the ice, don't you? Just throw somebody, the third. Eiserman, Messier, any of those guys. Upper Deck winner. There's another card that I got to figure out how this was distributed. But and this is the gold, I think. Yeah, you crashed the game. I think this might be one of the winner cards when you turn stuff in. Die cut. Collector's choice. Lemieux shooting on the back. Okay, we've hit the hour mark. Do we chance it or don't we chance it? Let's chance a little bit. This will have what we start with is going on the right hand side of me for next time. Hopefully it'll be sooner than later, because I want to get this stuff organized and back in my office. Okay. There and there. Cool. Let's go out with a bang. Pick this up. There's the cracked ice. It's subtle. It's just right there. A Mario. Look at that. Love his card. I think this is Father's Day from Panini. Yep, Father's Day, top left. Love this card. Just him coming down the ice to shoot. He's about to put the biscuit in the back of the basket. But, yeah, that's the cracked ice. Love that card. This is Mia, but it grew on me. Challenge for the Cup Cornerstones. Looks like the Matrix. Just has a Matrixy feel. Out of 250. 63 at 250. I love this card. These are the rings. There's different versions every year that they did these for many different players. Stanley Cup champions. This is from the second Stanley Cup. Notice the setup. Love this card too. Wish there was a parallel. 91-92. Yep, second Stanley Cup playing years. Collector's Choice. Yager of 100. Beautiful. What year is this? 9-10. Collector's Choice Hockey. Just, it's a good one. If anybody ever sees this number to 66 parallel, I got to grab that. This is out of Upper Deck Flair Showcase. But there's a parallel that's numbered to 66. Hot numbers. So we showed the ones from the 90s. This is the modern iteration thereof. Beautiful card. And lastly, but not leastly, the mirror red. Let's do this. Got this in a lot for like 40 bucks. Paid up for this one. So, oh, this is the damaged one. So I did show this one last time. This was the damaged one. Like an idiot, I bought this for like 60 bucks. Damaged. Because I'm a putz. And that's why it's in the top loader upside down, because it's shacked up. But I have another one of these somewhere. I got it in a lot for like 40 bucks. It's like ridiculous. But then I paid up for the other one. I just need the mirror gold, and eventually I'll pick that up, and then I got the rainbow. So, that is that for today. I got 3 rows into this box. I got that stacks to start with next time. Let's throw a Lemieux card over here just to have one. As always, it's been a thin slice of heaven. Just showing cards and talking to hobby with myself. Me, myself, and I. But I'll be texting the group of gentlemen from the IRP here momentarily, and there'll be an 1 hour and 7-minute video for their viewing pleasure going up. And I organized some cards. Might as well bring you guys with me. Ladies, people, all of yous, with you, with me. Anyhow, soapbox retract. Have a wonderful Saturday, everybody. Bye-bye.